Hey guys, this is Cam from Crafts and Tailored, and in this installment of What is on My Wrist, we are talking about the Audemars Piguet reference 5402. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, if this watch didn't exist, I don't know if Audemars Piguet would even exist today. I think that the Royal Oak is AP, and I think that this is a watch that really kind of changed some horological history, so to speak. So designed by, I think, arguably one of the best designers of watches ever, and that was Gerald Genta. Genta has so many iconic designs, has come up with pieces that are literally the cornerstone of the brand. Genta is responsible for the UG pull router. Genta is responsible for the Royal Oak, the Nautilus. There's so many designs that Genta had either designed or had influence on. The watch was released at Baselworld in 1972. The watch was received with a lot of controversy and a lot of negativity. Watch is very thin, the watch has a very geometric kind of hard shape, and the watch was oversized at the time. So think about it, in 1972, guys were wearing 34mm Oyster Perpetuals. A sport watch was, 38 or 40 millimeters. A dress watch was not at this size. So, interestingly enough, the Royal Oak is actually named after 8 ships that were in the British Royal Navy, and the class of ship was called the Royal Oak, and there was 8 of them. The design of the watch is actually modeled after what most people think is a porthole, but it's actually not. It is actually designed after a diver's helmet, and you can kind of see that with this almost kind of steampunky kind of vibe to it. There's, these screws, there's 8 sides to it. I think you could kind of maybe see that it's kind of modeled after a bit of a diver's helmet. The interesting thing about the Royal Oak and the 5402 series is it was AP's tribute to steel. Now, this one obviously isn't in steel. This is an 18 karat yellow gold, which makes this pretty rare and pretty special. The gold 5402s are very, very far and few between. There's, I think, said to have been about 1,000 of them made, maybe even less. So the AP 5402 leverages the caliber 2120 movement, and there was actually 4 independent watchmakers that kind of co-jointly developed this movement. It was Vacheron, it was JLC, it was AP, and it was Patek Philippe actually. And the same versions of their ultra-thin automatic watches kind of leverage the same caliber of movement. And what's really cool about this is, if you think about this watch, it is very, very thin. The watch, when it is worn on the wrist, is just insanely slim. It fits under a shirt sleeve, and that's one of the things that I really liked about it. Is it's technically a sports watch due to its size, but it's a watch that kind of bridges the gap between a formal dress watch and something that is kind of modern and sporty, and I think kind of almost everyday. The reason why this one is on my wrist is because it's yellow gold. I'm not really a big fan of gold watches. Gold watches, for me to actually wear them, really need to have kind of a special vibe factor to them. And this one definitely has it. The watch doesn't scream like luxury. It doesn't scream like ritzy to me, especially just based on the finishing, but it is gold. It's heavy, and it's, I think, a luxury item for sure. So the other reason why I'm wearing this one specifically is I really love the condition of this watch. Some of the 5402s, especially in steel, if they're A or B series and the condition is mint, the price point is insane. They are moving up, they are desirable. Audemars Piguet in the last few years, the Royal Oak, there's a waiting list for it, blah, 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 blah. I like the condition of this. From a technical perspective, it's really, really nice in terms of condition. It's a really nice wearable example. So that's why I chose to wear this watch this week. It's a lovely reference, and again, I kind of have some formal stuff going on this week. It's kind of that watch that is kind of cool. It's under the radar. So this watch is available at the time of this recording. It is on our website. The price on this one for being a gold watch is, I believe, in the mid $30,000 range. I think it's maybe 38,000, so upper end of the 30s, but very much affordable for a 5402 from 1980, archive extracts. Condition is really, really nice on this. and it is available on our website. So I'll provide a link below so you can check it out. Thanks for tuning in, guys, to this week's episode of What is on My Wrist. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Craft Untailored, and also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate it. See you guys soon. Thanks.